Good evening, everyone. Meteorologist Carmelo Lattuca in the 1011 Now streaming studio. Plenty to talk about, but first and foremost, a weather alert day is now in effect for Monday, as there is a slight risk for scattered severe thunderstorms in eastern and into southeastern Nebraska. So let's take a look at the details. Once again, slight risk for eastern Nebraska, scattered severe storms possible in the afternoon and heading into the evening hours, and especially even continuing into the overnight period. What risks are included? Well, we're talking about hail up to lime or hen egg size, gusty winds being the main concerns. An isolated tornado is possible, but the main concerns, once again, large hail and some gusty winds. Timing this all out will likely be quiet through the first half of the day. We might even be quiet through the evening commute, but it is possible it could be disrupted with increasing chances for showers and storms the later into the day as we go, and again, into the overnight period. But we're going to take a look, as always, at our Lincoln Weather Almanac. We're going to move on to that now. We'll get back to these details in just a moment. We saw a high temperature today of 81 degrees, the average high 78, so a little bit above normal. Low temperature this morning, 55 degrees. That was also 3 degrees above normal. Precipitation-wise, we haven't seen any rainfall so far today. Not expecting any rain for the rest of this evening. We're running an inch above normal for the month of September. We're running just over 2.5 inches below normal for yearly precipitation. Our temperatures this morning dropped down into the 40s, 50s, and 60s. Once again, 55 here in Lincoln, 60 in Hastings, 60 degrees in Omaha. 40s were generally located out in the Panhandle. We dropped down to 45 degrees out in Alliance. Our high temperatures today were in the upper 70s to mid 80s. It was 81 degrees once again in Lincoln, 78 in Broken Bow, 77 in McCook. We saw a high temperature of 83 degrees out in Norfolk. As we take a look as we take a look at our Skyview cams in Lincoln, Omaha, Grand Island, and North Platte, a little bit of cloud cover here and there, not seeing too much in terms of precipitation across the state. We're dropping down to 70 at the airport, 74 still here at the studio. Winds are out of the south at 9 miles per hour. Temperatures across town range anywhere from the upper 60s to the mid 70s, and that's pretty much what we're seeing across the state at this time. 74 degrees in Omaha, 68 in Ord, 74 in Valentine, and 66 degrees out in Imperial. 24-hour temperature change, a little bit warmer compared to this time yesterday, but not by much. Dew points are in the 50s and 60s, so a little muggy out there, especially in far eastern Nebraska. Highest dew point is 66 degrees out in Falls City. Winds are generally out of the south at right around 5 to 10, even 15 miles per hour, not seeing any wind gusts at this time. So in terms of precipitation, an isolated shower or two in western Nebraska over the last 3 hours, a little bit of cloud cover to the north, a little bit of cloud cover to the west. We were worried about severe thunderstorms in northeastern Nebraska. The risk has shifted into southeastern South Dakota as well as northwestern Iowa. But regardless, the main severe weather concern will be into Monday. As we zoom out across the region, isolated severe thunderstorms in northwestern Iowa. We're also seeing some off to our south, but pretty quiet in the state of Nebraska once again. Not a lot of weather alerts going on right now. Again, a couple severe thunderstorm warnings northeast of the state, but not much more than that. Here's your Sunday severe weather outlook. General thunderstorms possible for the rest of tonight and into Monday morning. That risk is very small in northern and northeastern locations. Not expecting anything here in the capital city. On Monday, scattered severe thunderstorms are possible once again in eastern and mainly southeastern Nebraska. Isolated severe thunderstorms are possible farther to the north and farther to the west as well. And then no severe weather expected on Tuesday. Playing out Skycast for the rest of tonight, you're going to see the increase in shower and thunderstorm coverage once we get into Monday afternoon and especially into Monday evening. But quiet through noon. Once we get into right around 3, 4, 5 p.m., could start to see more thunderstorms develop. That will continue into the evening hours, potentially late into the evening, and then we should be quiet heading into early Tuesday morning for some of us, but I think a lot of Tuesday will be unsettled as well. How much rain could we see over the next 3 days? Well, certainly half an inch to an inch and a half possible, generally along and south of I-80. Points off to the north, especially northeastern Nebraska, we're talking about a trace to half of an inch of rain. On Monday, there is an isolated flash flooding risk across western, central, and eastern Nebraska. That risk will shift into southwestern Nebraska as we go into Tuesday. We move on to our temperatures now. We're dropping down into the 50s off into the west, low 60s off into the east. High temperatures on Monday climbing into the upper 70s to mid 80s. That will likely be the warmest day in the next 7 days. Tuesday morning, 50s and 60s expected, but look at what happens Tuesday afternoon, dropping into the upper 60s across much of the state, mid-70s to the north, 68 degrees here in Lincoln. Low temperatures Wednesday morning, more of the same, 40s to the west, right around 60 to the east. High temperatures on Wednesday afternoon will start a gradual warming trend back into the 70s. Thursday morning, a little bit cooler out there, 40s and 50s mainly across the state. Thursday afternoon, upper 70s to right around 80 degrees. Friday afternoon could be returning into the 80s statewide. For your 7-day forecast, notice that the warmest day expected to be on Monday, 84 degrees. Could get close to that next weekend, but right now, Monday looks to be the warmest day. Tuesday looks to be the coolest day, unsettled for the most part. Monday afternoon, the chances Monday afternoon through Wednesday morning, and then much drier and much quieter next weekend. Not only will it be the warmest day in Lincoln over the next 10 days, warmest over the next 10 days in, oh my gosh, I'm just losing my train of thought. Sorry. On Monday, the warmest over the next 10 days across the state. Coolest will be on Tuesday. It looks to be a little bit warmer as we head into Friday. Low to mid 80s expected once again, and then generally upper 70s to low 80s Saturday through October 1st. And that would be on a Wednesday. Dew points look to be the most muggy, the most humid over the next couple of days. 50s and 60s, so not terrible, but a little bit drier Wednesday through Friday. Precipitation chances will be highest as we head into Tuesday, 50 to 60 to 70% chance across much of the state, much quieter Thursday onward. We're only talking about a 10 to 20% chance. Over the next 8 to 14 days, this is September 29th through October 5th, near normal precipitation expected across the state, and then above average temperatures expected as well, so we continue to fall into the mid 70s, even low 70s at this point, so we likely are still to see at least a few more 80s end of September and into the first week of October. Once again, though, weather alert day is in effect for Monday, especially the afternoon, the evening, and the overnight hours heading into Tuesday. Could see scattered severe thunderstorms with lime-sized hail, gusty winds up to 60 to 65, maybe even 70 miles per hour. Can't completely rule out an isolated tornado, but those chances are fairly low. Make sure to stay tuned at 10:11 News at 10. I'll have the latest forecast details, the latest model runs, and then make sure to stay tuned to the news tomorrow, especially starting at 5 a.m. with Brad Anderson. He will have the latest forecast details, even more updated information as we head into tomorrow morning and into tomorrow afternoon. For now, have a great evening, everyone. Make sure to stay tuned at 10:11 News at 10.